New Battlefront Remastered maps from the classic Battlefront 1, 2 and even the cancelled Battlefront 3. This is literally the classic Battlefront remake we all deserve, and it's available through this fantastic game. Coruscant, Geonosis, Utah, Mos Eisley, with more on the way, such as remastered vehicles, classes and iconic missions. The classic Battlefront 3 has arrived. We finally have a proper brilliant Battlefront remake that we have slept on. After the brilliant Battlefront 2 resurgence and after Aspire's failed classic Battlefront remake, we received some much needed hope. Let me show you something beautiful real quick. This is Utah in the classic Battlefront 1, and this is a brilliant Utah Unreal Engine remake. And there's more where this came from. Today we'll be looking at a true classic Battlefront remake that significantly improves elements from Battlefront 1, 2, but also from a Star Wars game that was never released. This is Free Radical's Coruscant map from the 2007 cancelled Battlefront 3. Most of us know this title got cancelled as soon as Disney acquired Lucasgames, but the map finally got to see the light of day. This is the same Coruscant map, improved, polished and remade in Unreal Engine. 12 passionate people made this in their spare time while Aspire was busy ruining the classic collection. And that's why today we'll be comparing the remastered classic Battlefront maps to the remade Battlefront maps. This entire beauty is a fan-made Unreal Engine 4 project called Star Wars Sagas, which turns Insurgency Sandstorm into a modern Star Wars Battlefront game. New classes, airstrike mechanics and tactical gameplay are all crucial here. You can find Insurgency on Steam for PC, but I recommend you wait for it to go on sale. Also, at the end of the video I will show you how to access all of these beautiful maps in just 4 clicks. Let's jump into it. So we are sitting on a fantastic Mos Eisley remake right now. This is an improved version of the OG Battlefront 1 and 2 Mos Eisley maps. We are gonna be looking at what's changed, and trust me, a lot has changed here. Do keep in mind that Mos Eisley was the same in Battlefront 1 and Battlefront 2, and they had a similar size and layout, while the Saga's remake is nearly 3 times as big. This time we also got new areas, assets and layouts from the new Battlefront 2 as well. The texture and overall graphics have obviously been upscaled and improved. There's 2 cruisers fighting above the battlefield. The insane thing is that I asked the devs if there will be ship-to-ground phase combat, and they said that is very likely to happen. Righty, so I'm here with Michael, one of the Saga's developers. We're gonna address some quick questions. You guys gonna add more maps, right?
Yes.
Clone Commando co-op mode?
Yes.
Lightsaber heroes?
No.
How about the Galactic Conquest game mode?
No.
Ship-to-ground phase? I'll keep pushing for that idea if this video gets, let's say, 500 likes. But yeah, for now they are busy finishing up 2 new maps and adding tanks and gunships. Anyway, back to Mos Eisley, and let's have a look-see at some key areas on the map. For now, let's have a look at the iconic Mos Eisley hangar area. The classic Battlefront has the iconic skiff with mounted turrets, while the hangar area in Sagas is filled with assets and gunships, giving it a more authentic feeling. This feels like a fully militarized zone now. Now, this is the view of the city in the OG Battlefront, and this is the view of Mos Eisley in Sagas. A great sniping position and also a great place to lay down tactical airstrikes on your enemies. The first Sagas version used to have a similar layout to the classics, having the crashed ship next to the hangar as well. But now the junkyard alongside the crashed rocket ship are positioned on the far side of the map. Here is the iconic and small junkyard in the OG Battlefront, and then we have the Sagas version, more similar to the one in the 2017 Battlefront 2. Up next, another fantastic asset, we've got the auction house, which is also found in the more recent Battlefront games. Now, one of the most iconic and classic places on Tatooine. The cantina used to be part of the first Sagas version of the map. It has temporarily been removed though, due to technical issues, but it will later be added back on a different Mos Eisley map. Now this is what it looks like deleting clankers in the OG Battlefront on Mos Eisley, and this is what it looks like stomping clankers on Mos Eisley in Sagas. Let me know down in the comments what do you think about this. One game has been remastered by a full developer studio, while the other one was remastered by a couple of people who enjoy Star Wars in their spare time. Now, moving on to the next map. remastered textures, more assets as cover, and also the map is now double in size. A splendid Battlefront 2 Utapau remaster that not only looks better but has extra areas, e-web emplacements and plenty of more cool stuff. Upscale textures and insane lighting now make this map actually feel like the one in Revenge of the Sith. All these changes on top of different and more tactical gameplay provide a totally different experience, as you have to find different ways to capture enemy points or defend your own. As I said, the map size is literally doubled, as you can see here. Back in the OG Battlefront 2 you had the spawning hangar, then the main fighting grounds, and then you'd reach the Seppi's spawn. The layout has been doubled and upgraded with extra flanking corridors, ramps and stairs, giving you more options in terms of pushing. Some other cool details added around. I don't know if you noticed, but you fight as the 212 Battalion. Each map has accurate battalions this time, and some of the maps have even skins for the clankers. Now let's quickly compare some of the ambience and key areas. If you look outside of the city you can see the overall lighting is better, and there's also loads of Republic ships flying by. The spawning area has been clearly improved when it comes to textures, assets and ambience. Here we have the main area where the fighting was going on in the classic Battlefront. This is how the main layout looks in Sagas now. More cover, props and better overall graphics. There are now crates, walls, disabled and soon working vehicles as well. Then you can also get on higher ground by climbing on these balcony areas. The infamous corridor on the left side of the map has been highly improved with VFX, lighting and assets. And moving on at the end of the corridor, another fantastic portion of the map that has been remastered and perhaps one of the most difficult areas to defend as either side. Moving on, there's another hangar, this time filled up with separatist assets and these iconic platforms which you can climb. Getting closer to the edge of the map, we have another landing area similar to the one we saw initially, but this time there are also more separatist assets than before. And last but not least, at the end of the map you have the Seppi's spawn area, which is very similar to the one in the OG Battlefront, but it has extra assets and a E-web that can be used for defending it. Unfortunately, airstrikes aren't very useful on this map as it's pretty much covered, but the devs are working on adding different abilities to the commander class for indoor maps. Sagas is an incredible fan-made project, and soon with the new update it will be populated once again. It's nice to have a Battlefront remake where developers actually care about feedback, and I believe it's our duty as a community to keep supporting them in the best ways we can. Right now the best thing we can do is play it, give them ideas, and perhaps even help them out by joining the team as they need more manpower. I'd love to see your suggestions in the comments as well. You can also go ahead and join their Discord and also subscribe to the official Sagas YouTube. Everything matters if you want them to keep going. Now let's proceed to the next map. Built from scratch new Geonosis map that looks absolutely gorgeous. It used to be, in my opinion, the crown jewel of the project, at least until Coruscant was added. An insane layout, insane graphics and even a galactic assault game mode that allows you to destroy hard cells. This is by far the best Geonosis Battlefront experience we got since the 2017 Battlefront 2. Textures, skybox and the map itself have all been significantly improved in order to provide us an incredibly immersive battlefield. The map size is absolutely enormous. If you put together the two classic Battlefront maps and multiply that twice, only then you may get close to the Sagas version. I might be wrong, but this might even be larger than the 2017 version, and with vehicles on the way, it might be the best Battlefront experience yet. That being said, let's have a look at similarities and improved areas. The OG classic Battlefronts only had a bunch of assets and bunkers on the two maps, but the Sagas devs decided to go creative and add plenty of cool stuff on top of some insane looking valleys. The devs went even as far as making a custom intro animation for the Republic where you are dropped in by an LAT, and then start pushing the first objective in this area. You can either call in bombardments and push straight on, go around on the left flank and even take a great sniping position on the right flank. An amazing thing is that everyone is running phase 1 armor just like in the Attack of the Clones, while also having Legends Alpha ARC Troopers on your side. It gets even more interesting as the next area is where we start finding improved elements from the classic Battlefront 2. There are multiple bunkers inspired from the ones in the classic Battlefront on this side of the map as well, and also has a new weapon placement on top of amazing textures. Up next we've got this very cool looking Geonosian statue which sits on top of another command post, followed by one of the most difficult areas on the map. A sniper heaven valley that also has another Geonosian bunker on top of this hill. This hill here is also a reference to the one in the Battlefront 2 Classic. You can either push uphill and flank the command post which sits behind this destroyed heart cell. The destroyed heart cell is also another reference to the ones in the classic Battlefront, but this time the scale seems more accurate. There's also the option where you choose not to flank the enemy team. You can always scream for the Republic and push through this open area in the middle. Finally, at the end of the map you find this hangar area similar to the one in the classic Battlefront. More bunker layouts with E-webs as well that also remind us of the classic Battlefront bunkers. And of course the Seppi heart cells which you can shoot down with the disruptor rifles as part of the final objective. Just like in the OG Battlefront, where instead you had to shoot them with rockets and ATTs. Here in the back you can also spot a crashed acclimator on the left and a separatist core ship on the right side. I do believe this area will be part of the next Geonosian map where vehicles will have more space for fighting as well. This is such a brilliant map. Let me know how would you rate it from 1 to 10 in the comments, troopers. The only two things that I'd personally love to see are the spire from the first Battlefront, you know, the one where the separatist command center was found, and perhaps a cave system. This is what a true Battlefront remake means. It's more than a remaster, and even if we're talking about a remaster, Aspire totally failed with the classic collection. Barely anything has been improved there. It comes down once again to the community to do the job with no funding, no money, just passion. For now these guys have managed to add 6 maps to their project, some remastered, some completely remade from zero, and we will be addressing the final 3 maps in the next video. We'll quickly go through how you can play Star Wars Sagas. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to force push the like button and perhaps consider blasting the sub button as well. It doesn't cost any credits and it helps our channel a lot. Future content will focus on more Star Wars mods, Helldivers 2 and perhaps Battlefield 6 once it's out. That being said, if you need any help with installing this, stay up until the end of the video, and thank you very much for watching. May the Force be with you, and most importantly, first, you will need to own Insurgency Sandstorm, which is $30 on Steam or cheaper on CD keys at just $10. If you have the game, all you need to do is go into the main menu, hit mods, then search Sagas, and here you need these 2 mods. For each one you need to press view on mod.io, subscribe, then go back and press download. After everything is downloaded, make sure you restart the game. You can also do the same for the 6 maps here, but they can also be automatically downloaded when joining a server. The servers are all available in their Discord, and they include regions like US, EU, Australia and Asia. We have also covered the installing process in this video in case you are experiencing more issues. We are also gonna be linking the Sagas Discord down below. That being said, thank you very much for watching, troopers. I shall see you on the Battlefront.